Good morning, everyone. Today, I'll start a new chapter from India, People and Economy, chapter number 3, Human Development. In this chapter, we will discuss the topics like what is human development in India. Then we'll discuss about indicators of economic attainments, indicators of a healthy life, indicators of social empowerment, Human Development Index in India, and finally, we'll take up last topic population empowerment and development. Okay, so let us start the first topic what is human development? Human development is a process of enlarging the range of people's choice, increasing their opportunities for education, healthcare, income, empowerment, and covering the full range of human choices from a sound physical environment to economic, social, and political freedom. Okay? So, human development, as I just now told you, that human development is defined as the process of enlarging people's freedom and opportunities and improving their well being. So, human development is about the real freedom. Ordinary people have to decide who to be, what to do, and how to live. The human development concept was developed by economist Mahbubul Haq. Okay, enlarging people's choice is the most significant aspect of human development. Human development that can also be written as HDI, Human Development Index, and simply Human Development HD. Some of the non negotiable aspects of human development are leading a long and healthy life, okay, and to be educated and have access to resources needed for a decent standard of living with personal self respect. So, one should have the personal self respect too. Political problem and guaranteed human rights. But as far as political problem is concerned, that's what if a person is facing political crisis or a problem, that he or she should have the political freedom, okay, in a democratic country. So that is what that is why it's written that you have access, or it is said that have access to resources needed for a decent standard of living with personal self-respect, political freedom, and guaranteed human rights. Okay, now, human development indicates that the human mind becomes efficient to perform tasks of highly skilled nature when proper education is provided to them and healthy lifestyle is available. Okay, so healthy life is available. What about that? For example, every human being has a basic right to get a good education and better human facilities. Okay, one should avail all types of facilities available in and around him. He or she should not be devoid of any kind of facilities. Human development approach has been the cornerstone of Indian planning since 8th five-year plan. The concept has been embraced in such a significant manner that India has set global benchmarks in terms of measuring human development and preparing human development resources at the state and district levels. Okay, so if we continue discussing about human development, we can also see that development related beliefs. Okay, what are the development related beliefs? We can call it as Western or Western beliefs, right? But we'll discuss it later on. But let me tell you something about the development related beliefs, right? Development related beliefs like development is freedom, Eurocentric view. But what is this Eurocentric view? I'll tell you about this. Regional disparities in India, that includes regional disparities, social disparities, disparities between men and women, ecological disparities, declining capabilities, and that includes your environmental capabilities, social capabilities, and personal capabilities. I'll discuss with you all of these topics one by one. But let me tell you something about that development is freedom. Okay, when we discuss about that the development is freedom, what about this? Development is freedom. Development is freedom, in fact, especially freedom from poverty, hunger, illiteracy, servitude, and any other forms of domination. Okay, and freedom is only possible with the empowerment and participation of the people in the exercise of their choices and capabilities in society, right? And access to knowledge, because knowledge should be accessed by each and every one in the society. So access to knowledge about society and environment is fundamental, and literacy opens up the gates to such access. Okay, now when we discuss about Eurocentric view, well, what is this Eurocentric or Western Eurocentric views? See what happens here, that every government or community or individual sorry measures its performance level of development in relation to the availability and access to computerization, sorry, industrialization, transport and communication, network, education and healthcare, safety and security, etc. So, what happens here? But this is a partial or one sided view. Colonization, marginalization, and social discrimination, regional disparity are other aspects as well. Okay, now, for example, or if we take the example of India, development is a mixed bag of opportunities as well as neglect and deprivation. What happens here? That the developed areas, for example, metros, have all the opportunities available to a small section of population, right? And that small section of people are in fact the elite or well off, right? They are quite rich people in a society, while there are other large groups or large areas, and that you can call it as rural areas, where each and every one is deprived of the different types of facilities available in the same society, and slums in urban areas which do not have the basic amenities like water, healthcare, education, and sanitation. Okay, so you cannot see everywhere all facilities are available. You can see facilities are available only for few people or or simply you can see in one section in the society, whereas others or the people living in the same society are deprived of, they do not have access to all types of facilities. So what happens here, that there is a discrimination kind of thing which develops in a society. Well, the situation is alarming among the different sections of our society, like the poor, farmers, landless, marginalized people, right? And agricultural laborers, SC, ST, slum dwellers are deprived. They do not have access to all facilities. Then the females are the worst sufferers. Okay, sadly, their conditions have worsened over years and years, and these marginalized lot are formed to live under subhuman conditions. Okay, they do not have access to even the basic amenities of life. They do not have access to potable water, they do not have access to health care, and they do not have access to education, and they do not have they do not have the areas which are quite or which you can say that this is what quite clean, neat and clean areas. So there is unhygienic condition. You cannot see everywhere that facilities are available and the people are availing all those facilities. So there is a lack of sanitation. Well, then development has the direct bearing on the deteriorating human conditions, leading to ecological crisis. And what are those? Like air, soil, land, noise, pollutions, right? And all these have threatened the existence of our society. Okay, as a result, what happens that the poor people are subjected to declining capabilities like social capabilities, environmental capabilities, and personal capabilities, right? So if we talk about the social capabilities, that is due to displacement. How is it? I'm telling you about this. Social capabilities, it is often the people. What happens here that it is often the people who are displaced as a result of industrialization and their lands acquired for construction of dams or industries and roads and other infrastructure. They lose their land, and so they are deprived of their social existence, as a result of which their social capabilities are reduced. Why is it so? Because whatever they have, it is being taken, right? It is being taken either by rich people, or you can say that by the people, those who dominate the society, or even sometimes it's by the government. But when the government takes, what happens that when the government takes, it is for everyone. It facilitates each and every one in the society. Well, the second one is your environmental capabilities. What about environmental capabilities? What happens here? Environmental capabilities due to pollution. For example, that on account of pollution, deforestation, and other ecological damages, their environmental capabilities is reduced. Okay, their environmental capabilities is reduced. Environmental capabilities on account of pollution, and pollution can be of different types. It can be soil, air, water, right? So this is what, due to all this pollution, what happens that their environmental capability is being reduced day by day. And the third one you can say here, that personal capabilities. What about personal capabilities? Due to increase in diseases and accidents. Okay, due to increase in diseases and accidents here, these relate to their reduced capabilities to overcome the different types of diseases or incidents of diseases. I mean, they are prone to few diseases, right? And then the accidents which occurs every now and then, right? So this is what that the personal capabilities are also being reduced either due to diseases or any kind of accidents that takes place. Okay, so it is evident that the development failed to address the issues of social justice, regional imbalances, and environmental degradation. It really fails. It cannot. I mean, it cannot address the entire, as far as the social justice is concerned, right? And then regional imbalances, and then environmental degradation. If it degrades the environment, it cannot address. I mean, everywhere it cannot address on large scale. It addresses, of course, but to lesser extent, right? So rather, it is taken as one of the main cause of social distributive injustice, deterioration in the quality of life, and human development, and then ecological crisis, and finally, you can see social unrest. Okay, so it is taken as a, just now I told you that it is taken as one of the main causes of social distributive injustice, right? Deterioration in the quality of life, human development, human ecological crisis, and social unrest. So, the first human development report by United Nations Development Program, UNDP, was published in 1990, and 1993 report says that development must be woven around people and not the people around development. I'll discuss with you this one in my next video. So for that's all about today.